Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. Welcome to Coffee Prompt, um, Brunch Writing Bunch. And today is day 2, and we will be talking about the inciting incident. Yesterday, we talked about the introduction and how it's important to grab the reader in the introduction. I hope you worked on that yesterday. Let me know in the chat if you used the card we pulled yesterday for writing cue, Unfathomable Stupidity. Sometimes that's very easy to write in the intro. If not, you're welcome to do whatever you want. And today we are, we are going to talk about the introduction and do some 20-minute writing sprints. Today, my coffee that I chose today was the Colombian coffee with a cinnamon latte creamer. And for my little writer snack today, I'm going to have these little Lotus Biscoff biscuits. They're nice. They keep me in my seat and working. So I appreciate that. We'll come over here. Like we talked about yesterday, we talked about the introduction. Today, we're going to talk about the inciting incident. This is the event that sets the character on the journey. Adventure changes everything. It's the big choice everything is tied to. So a little bit more, I was thinking about the inciting incident, and I was like, how can I better explain this to somebody who may not understand what an inciting incident is? Even though I'm sure we've all had that happen in our life. So prompt 2 today, working our way through the 27 chapters, 3-act structure. I wrote some notes I'd like to share with you. Everything that happens in that moment, the good, the bad, the ugly. Show what's going on around you and through your character. Remember, this moment leads to the fallout that causes your character's journey to begin. It's okay to be a little or a lot dramatic about it. So, this is the chapter that leads into the fallout that is the action where the character moves into the new world. Something's done to your character. Create urgency and make the reader ask questions only reading on will give them the answer to. So this is where you want to set it up to have the reader become invested, emotionally invested in the story. Instigate, provoke, poke, arouse, induce the character. This is where your characters or adventures begin, really, before they actually take the physical action of leaving and setting out on their journey, and that would come in the fallout. So, the inciting incident triggers spiral events that are about to happen. So this is going to trigger your plot. Take your character on the journey. It's the main significant incident that causes complete world flip for the character. For example, this is just a mundane example. She broke the vase, leading to an outburst of anger in blank. Was no longer able to control, causing her to need to leave in a hurry, etc. That's just a very mundane example. Character experiences a moment that leads to the fallout. So that would be the inciting incident. Character experiences a moment that changes everything. Their world is crushed, attacked, flipped. Something happens that lets your character set your character out on the journey or plot. For better understanding of story, see Brandon Sanderson's video on mice. I found it very helpful. And so they talk about the different stories in mice. Give me a second. I might be able to share something with you. Let me do this for this last character that I didn't fill out here still. Let's see if I got something for you to share. Okay. So when I say mice by Brandon Sanderson, I found it very, very helpful. I'll try to find the video and link it in the chat after. It talks about the different ways of story, like milieu. Milieu is a story that where the character enters and the exits, and the conflict is where it travels through. An inquiry is when you ask, answer, and the conflict in between are the mysteries, the questions that you're trying to answer. This one is internal conflict, which the character has a conflict with itself to self-realization, and the conflict in between is, are they happy with their self? And there's one more event story, which is the status quo to the new status quo. And the conflict is the explosion or catastrophe or disaster. It's going to change the world. So those are the events. So those are some examples of um, different story paths you can take, or you can use all of them. Writing, it really depends on you. Like I said, there was a really great video by Brandon Sanderson called Mice, Mice. I found it very helpful. And it just, even though it was things I already knew, it just clarified and refreshed me. So I am going to recommend that. And on that note, let's get started on our first 20-minute writing sprint. So I hope that you're working on your inciting incident or your introduction. This week, we're working on introduction, inciting incident, and the fallout. And next week will be reaction, action, and consequence. So that'll be next week. So let's get our fingers ready. Let's get writing. Let's work on these stories, and let's stream. I'm going to add the timer right now. And let's go. So how did everybody do? I personally didn't get super far, but it is the first sprint of the day for me. I got 138 words in the inciting incident, and I definitely use unfathomable stupidity for yesterday. Let's like I said yesterday, I am using Cards Against Humanity since I'm writing fiction, but I did pull out only cards that I didn't think were too crazy. So if you're getting stuck in your writing, I'm going to pull a card. Maybe this will help trigger you. Even if you don't put this in the story, you could write a little side prompt about your character using this cue. That way, maybe you can keep moving along. Today's cue card is, I'm going to shuffle them. I have a handful here. Let's see. Today's cue card is going to be, for the writing prompt, is going to be not wearing pants. Not wearing pants. So, there is your writing prompt today for your main character. You can add this in your inciting incident today if you'd like, or just write a side prompt to get you going about your character or your story, and someone in there who's not wearing pants today. So the story is going to get more interesting and more interesting, adding these different little prompts every day. I am definitely going to find a place about not wearing pants. I was just writing a scene about getting dressed. I can read my last line if you want. You can share your last line. Again, today's prompt is not wearing pants for today. Yesterday was unfathomable stupidity. My last line was, the maid shook her head no. I've already said too much. Now get your shoes on. The king has called all the court. That is that line. She glared at the maid with a blank stare, curiosity running wild. Arabella asked from the silence, please tell me more. The maid shook her head no. I've already said too much. Now get your shoes on. The king has called all the court. This does have to do, I am working on my sci-fi fantasy story that I have been putting off. So I am working on that for this series of the 3-act structure. And this week, like I said, we're doing introduction, inciting incident, and the fallout. Pretty good. If you want to share something, go ahead. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you're being productive as well. I'm going to get our next 20-minute timer ready. I am going to try to get 3 sprints in today. And hopefully that'll be nice. I hope you like the nice fall timers. I live in upstate New York, and we are getting to the fall weather. It's actually really rainy and kind of cool here and crisp. I actually love that weather. So get this set. I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. It's hump day. We'll be streaming from 11 to 12, Tuesday through Friday, working on our stories. So I hope you'll join me also next week. We have 2 more days this week to go to get through the first block of the 9 blocks. So I think I got this timer pretty good here. Thanks for bearing with me. Make sure. Looks like it's going to be a nice long day for me, and alrighty, if I can function. So everybody stretch your arms, maybe get a drink. I've been drinking coffee. I am on my 2nd cup of coffee, and I think I'm going to get some water during this sprint and get back to writing this inciting incident. I'm only for this last sprint at 138 words. I'm hoping to be more productive the next sprint as I settle into my writing zone. So good luck to you. I hope you're ready. And let's see. Head to the stream. I hope you're ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint. Hello, everybody. How did you do? Did pretty well, and I'm feeling pretty good. Getting in a nice writer flow. Again, my goal is to make uh, each chapter at least 1,500 to 2,000 words, and I'm in the inciting incident. So far, I'm up to 346 words. 346. Out of that 1,500 to 2,000. Let me get down here. Let me know how you did. Um, Feeling pretty good, getting in the writer flow, in working on the second chapter in the 3-act structure of the 27th chapter block example. This week we're doing the first block, which is the introduction, inciting incident, and the fallout. Today's prompt was not wearing pants. And so I did put that in there in my story. I did add that in, so I'm pretty happy about that. My goal is to get 3 writing sprints in. I know it is 5 minutes to noon. I am going to push a little further and go past the 12 o'clock brunch time and get one more sprint in. I'm pretty excited. I'm still working. Um, do one more sprint, and then after that I got to go do my Yoga Go app, which I'm trying to commit to daily, and then also my Duolingo French app. Duolingo is a website where you can choose from 23 different languages to learn for free, and so I personally am taking advantage of that. Those are 2 things that I'm going to do today, and then after that maybe a little laundry, maybe clean the bathroom. It's Wednesday, and prep dinner, all those great things this afternoon. And right now I have a few hours to write, and I'm going to try to get one more sprint, and I hope you'll join me. I am going to get this set up. It'll just take a moment. Let me get a little bit different timer up, or should we, let's see, let's pick another fall timer, another fun 20-minute fall timer if I can find one. I'm really liking the fall timers, so uh, I really like fall a lot, and I like the crisp weather. So apple picking, pumpkin farms. I'm really excited about decorating for Halloween. That is one thing I really, really, really love to do, and yeah, I find it really exciting, and I like it. And gonna get going on the 20-minute sprint. So feel free to get up, get a drink, go outside, take a moment. Don't waste all your time, though. We want to get these stories written. And today, again, like I said, we are working on the inciting incident. So hope you'll join me. We're going to get going. And when you're ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint. Maybe I should add it to the stream, right? Mhm. Hello, everyone. How did we do? I did pretty well. And my last line, it was as if every room she entered lit up and became intense and inspiring. Um, so obviously, I'll have to come flush more out and do some editing. I find myself trying to go backwards and edit things that I've already written. Bad. Just try to get through the chapter and then maybe reread it and add some things. I think that's what I'm going to do today. Thank you for joining me for uh, uh, Prompt Coffee and Brunch Writing Bunch. And I've had a good time, and I look forward to working my way through this story, and I hope you're working on your story as well. Again, this is day 2, writing the inciting incident. Today's writing prompt was not wearing pants. So that's pretty good. I personally am aiming to 1,500 to 2,000 words a day, and we'll be covering 3 chapters a week. This is week 1, and the first block, which is the introduction, inciting incident, and the fallout. And I had a really good time and enjoyed my coffee. And I didn't quite get to my biscuits, so maybe I'll have a little bit of a late brunch. Before we go, I wanted to share a quote with you. And these quotes are brought to you by the Treasury of Quotes by Jim Rohn. Today's quote is, "Be a collector of good ideas, but don't trust your memory. The best collecting place for all of the ideas and information that comes your way is your journal." So that's today's quote. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and don't forget to keep writing, and don't forget to get out of your seat. Sometimes we sit at our computers and go a long time. It's good to get up and move around. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and everything turns out all right. Maybe I'll see you in some other writing sprints, but we can all learn something every day. And I am getting used to these writing sprints from Tuesday to Friday at the brunch hour from 11 to 12. I hope you'll join me in writing your stories and possibly have future guests writing with us online. So I will see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock.